On this episode of Big Movie Mouth Off, we're coming down the mountain and we're going back to work. Get your diapers ready. Welcome back to another episode of Big Movie Mouth Off. I'm your host, Jimmy Martin.
Jeff Counts.
Boom. There we go. Well, in this episode, we will be talking about The Intern with our good friend Brooks Bird. Before that, we'll be talking about Xfinity's on-demand selections for the month of September. But first, we're going to the biggest mountain in the world. It's Everest. Let's take a look at the trailer.
You, my friends, are following in the very footsteps of history. Something beyond the power of words to describe. Human beings simply aren't built to function at the cruising altitude of a 747. Our bodies will be literally dying. Everest is another beast altogether.
How you doing? I'm back.
Doug Hansen.
What do you do when you're not climbing, Doug?
I deliver the mail.
First mailman on Everest?
Hope so.
I like that.
Sit down, man. Climatize.
How's the weather?
It's good.
I wish I was with you.
One day, you, me, and that little Sarah will all go climbing together.
So today's the day, huh?
It hurts. It's dangerous. Why? I have kids. They see a regular guy can follow impossible dreams. Maybe they'll do the same.
I'm on the top of Everest, Alan. We made it.
Go to Rob. There is a massive storm headed your way.
Oh no.
Come on! Get up! That's the wrong way! Doug, let's go! Hurry up!
Rob, can you hear me? You've got to get moving. You've got to come on down.
There's no oxygen. You go. I'm done. No, I'm not leaving you behind. Come on. It's gonna take all we got. We're all getting down together. Now let's go.
If anyone can make it, you can.
Whew. That thing makes me want to barf.
Yeah.
Every time I see it, I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
I'd be happy to say that. I am happy to say I did not barf in the theater.
He didn't.
I didn't.
I was there. He did.
I hit it.
Yep.
So here we go. It's 1996.
Yeah.
These expedition teams have started taking up, I wouldn't say amateur climbers, but people who wouldn't regularly go up the biggest mountain in the world.
Yeah. You had to be wealthy to do this because I think they charge $65,000 a person or something like that.
65,000
Yeah.
a person.
Yeah.
That's I mean, you're gonna learn how to climb before flying on over there.
Exactly.
So what happens is with this film. First, I want to say that it's gorgeous to see,
Yes.
and see it on IMAX. That's
Yes.
the way to see it. It is phenomenal, and like I said, it's going to make you queasy a little bit because we are talking about. It says in the trailer, like the tip of this mountain is usually the cruising altitude of a 747 jet.
Yeah.
So with that said, you got your characters, and you got a great cast in this film. You got Jason Clarke, Jake Gyllenhaal, Josh Brolin's in this thing.
Robin Wright for 5 minutes.
Yeah. So a great cast.
And you could go on for a while.
Oh, I mean, go look at the poster.
Yeah.
It goes on for a while.
That's the problem.
It is the problem.
Yeah.
Because it gets paper thin.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to dishonor the lives that were lost in reality, because what happens is that, people perish, but we've only got like a sentence background on them.
You don't get to really connect with them. Do you feel like the director might have assumed we've all heard the story and brought with us an understanding of the characters?
I mean, I'll be honest. I didn't know the story.
Yeah.
And there's a pretty good twist and turns in this thing.
It seems like he made a decision not to get too deep but not at the beginning of the film, because it seems like he's going there, and then he just kind of draws back and says, "Oh, you know what? Let's just stick with the plot because there's too many characters, too many plates to spin."
And I gotta stop watching trailers personally, because we all know something bad happens in this, because it wouldn't be a movie otherwise, or there'd be a boring movie.
Yeah.
And so that's something that happens, but that thing that happens doesn't happen for an hour into the film. And this is a 2-hour film, so the first half, you're just watching a group of people climb a mountain. And that's it, you know? So when that happens, and you've got, you know, I'll be kind of honest, I got a little bored. You know, I'm kind of like, oh, when's the storm coming? You know, give me a storm. And so that happens, and then, you know, the characters you're not really invested in because you don't know much about them. It just teeters off into becoming just uninteresting.
Yeah, he does focus on the mountain for that hour.
Yeah.
Which I think is good, because the mountain is the character he does choose to fully flesh out.
Sure.
He tells you everything about the mountain, all the elevations, what all the base camps look like, what the Hillary Step looks like, which is this mythical place on the mountain. You get to really see it.
Yeah.
That part's cool.
Yeah.
But I don't think, you know, the lack of investment in the people and the fact that he doesn't really sell the truth about being at that altitude and the fact that you are near death every second. You don't really get that.
It's funny you say that, because like I didn't know that it was roped all the way up.
Yeah.
I was like, maybe I could do that. And then my inner self was like, shut your mouth.
Yeah. No,
You're
that was
not
me.
doing
I
that.
said that.
Oh, okay.
You cannot do that.
Maybe I was sitting there going, like, just in the theater going, I could do that.
And I said, no, you cannot.
No, I couldn't. I get winded at my stairs.
Yeah.
The other thing with this is that, you know, it's speculative, because things happen where two guys go up and they both perish.
Yeah.
So how do we really know what was said? And that I know that kind of bugs you. It definitely hurts me.
That was the only time the movie felt a little directorish to me.
Yeah.
With the deaths.
Yeah. I mean, I always attribute it, if you saw a movie called The Perfect Storm, group of guys go off on a boat, they all die. Spoiler alert. But like, no one knows what was really said on that boat at all. So
exactly.
So that's the case with this one. I'm at 2.5 stars. It's great to look at, see it in IMAX, like I said, but it's just so thin, as thin as the air at the top of Everest.
I was hoping you wouldn't do that.
Yes!
I was hoping you wouldn't do that. I give the movie 2.5 stars. I give you 1 star for that joke.
There you have it. 2.5 stars.
I can't even look at you.
You have to go to your cot. All right, coming up next on Xfinity, or on Big Movie Mouth Off, we'll be talking about Xfinity's on-demand services. Stay tuned, and we'll see you then.
I might not be back.
Probably not. Welcome back to Big Movie Mouth Off. The air is still thin at the top of Everest.
I'm here under protest.
I made him stay. All right, let's talk about Xfinity's video on-demand service, because they are our sponsor.
Yes.
And so we're going to tell you what is available. First one is Insidious Chapter 3. It's demons and spirits, baby. And we're going for a trilogy. So, honestly, I haven't seen any of these ones. But, hey, you know what? Third time's probably a charm if the other ones weren't good. I've heard they were good.
You're going to watch this one on Xfinity.
Yeah, well, our good friend Brooks Bird, our horror friend, said that they were good. So he likes his horror.
Yeah.
I don't
sometimes.
I trust him. So Insidious Chapter 3, check that one out. Next, well, the earth is a-shaken.
Yeah.
So and who better to shake with the earth than
The Rock.
The Rock.
Yeah.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson. He doesn't like The Rock being called that anymore, I guess.
No, but I don't care.
Don't care.
Yeah.
You started it.
I mean, I think he fights a helicopter in this movie. You're The Rock.
So essentially, it's an earthquake movie. That's it. There's no real plot to it. It's just, you know, his daughter's stuck in a skyscraper. Things shake. Then things crumble. It's just disaster porn. That's all it is. So enjoy San Andreas on Xfinity Video on Demand. Now, if you want to go into the theaters, you got to get up for this one. Got to get off your couch.
Got to go outside. We've talked about this.
Go buy a ticket or buy it online. You can do it. First one coming out this week in the theaters, Sicario. You know what? Let's look at a trailer.
State Department is pulling an agent that specializes in responding to escalated cartel activity.
This is not my department.
FBI!
You want to be a part of this?
Do we get an opportunity of the men responsible for today?
The men who are really responsible for today.
Ever been to Juarez before?
We're going to El Paso, right? You're not American.
No.
What do you work for now?
Well, I go where I'm sent. Every day across that border, people are killed with his blessing. To find them would be like discovering a vaccine.
Nothing will make sense to your American ears. But in the end, you will understand.
Spotter vehicle, left lane.
Spotter vehicle, 9 o'clock. Get your weapon out.
I'm not a soldier. This is not what I do.
What is what happens when they dig in. This is it.
Gotta be careful around these people. CIA is not supposed to work this side of the fence.
Just want to know what I'm getting into.
You will not survive here.
You use me as bait.
You saw things you shouldn't have seen.
He works for the competition.
Providing a measure of order that we could control.
I'm gonna tell everyone what you did.
That would be a major mistake.
It's the Mexican drug lords.
Yep.
It's just FBI against Mexican drug lords, guns a-blazing. So
One of the deadliest cities in the world.
Good cast. I love Benicio del Toro.
Yep.
So we'll see how that one is next week. Next one coming up. I can say I've seen it. I can't tell you what I think of it. It's The Martian.
I'm so excited.
It's Ridley Scott and Matt Damon, based on the novel.
Which I read.
Take a look at the trailer.
I guarantee you that at some point, everything's gonna go south on you.
Ready?
And you're gonna say, this is it. This is how I end.
Commander, Mark is dead. We have to go now.
Now you can either accept that, or you can get to work. This will come as quite a shock to my crewmates, and to NASA, and to the entire world. But I'm still alive. Surprise. Here's the rub. It's gonna be 4 years for another mission to reach me. And I'm gonna have designed to last 31 days. So I gotta make water and grow food on a planet where nothing grows. But if I can't figure out a way to make contact with NASA, then none of this matters anyway.
We've got an incoming message.
Mein Gott. Mark Watney's still alive.
In your face, Neil Armstrong.
There must be some kind of way out of here.
Okay, so let's do the math. I have enough food to last for 50 days.
He's going to starve to death long before we can help.
So I'm gonna have to science the shit out of this.
He's 50 million miles away from home. He's totally alone. What the hell is he thinking right now?
I am the greatest botanist on this planet.
I know how to save Mark Watney.
But we need the Hermes crew.
We either have a high chance of killing one or a low chance of killing 6. I'm not risking their lives. It's bigger than one person. No, it's not.
NASA rejected the mission.
So if we do this,
We're talking mutiny. If anything goes wrong, we die.
do you realize how crazy this is? We had no other option.
No matter what happens, tell the world, tell my family that I never stop fighting to make it home.
I'm not going to say anything.
Don't say anything.
I can't say anything. It could be terrible, or it could be amazing. Let's just say it's Ridley Scott science fiction, and look at the history behind it.
Yeah.
And we'll see if you think it's good or not. So those are the two ones coming out, Sicario and The Martian. Xfinity-wise, you can check out Insidious Chapter 3 and San Andreas. it's kind of one for everybody.
Absolutely.
Really this week. So stay tuned, because coming up next, we got a good friend Brooks Bird coming in to review The Intern with Robert De Niro and possibly a diaper. Who knows? It's coming up next. Welcome back to Big Movie Mouth Off. Now we're going to be reviewing The Intern. But I'm Jay Martin, your host, and you are?
Brooks Bird.
See, I told you he was coming. I'm not lying. Not lying. Okay.
Can't help it.
The Intern with Robert De Niro and Anne Hathaway. Let's look at a trailer, and we'll be right back.
In retirement, there's an ongoing, relentless effort in creativity. Tried yoga, learned to cook, bought some plants, took classes in Mandarin. Believe me, I've tried everything. I just know there's a hole in my life, and I need to fill it soon. I'm Ben Whitaker. I have an appointment with Miss Austin.
I thought she was meeting with her new intern.
That's me.
How old are you?
70. You?
I'm 24. I know I look older. It's the job. It ages you, which won't be great in your case. Sorry.
Hi, Jules. I'm Ben, your new intern.
I'm glad you also see the humor in this.
Be hard not to.
Don't feel like you have to dress up.
I'm comfortable in a suit if it's okay.
Old school.
At least I'll stand out.
I don't think you need a suit to do that.
Want the door open or closed?
Doesn't matter. Open, actually. You get used to me.
Look forward to it.
My intern sure keeps busy.
Mr. Congeniality. Everybody loves him. Here she comes. Hey, Beck, what's up? You look really nice. How long can a woman be mad at you for?
I assume you talked to her, apologized.
I emailed her. Subject line, I wrote, I'm sorry, with like a ton of O's. So I was like, I'm sorry. With the sad emoticon where he's crying. Our investors just think that a seasoned CEO could take some things off your plate.
I did not see that coming.
She's just trying to do right by everybody. The company, the family. The pressure is unbelievable.
You started this business all by yourself a year and a half ago, and now you have a staff of 220 people. Remember who did that?
Good times.
The truth is, something about you makes me feel calm, more centered or something. I could use that, obviously. How in one generation have men gone from guys like Jack Nicholson and Harrison Ford to...
Oh boy.
I'm Fiona, the house masseuse. Love that there's another oldie but goodie here. How's that been?
Well, for that, oh boy.
Here you go. You're not as old as I thought you were.
Okay. Nancy Meyers.
Yes.
The queen of writing movies for your parents.
Yeah, chick flicks and your parents.
It's your parents. It's complicated. Something's got to give. What women want. And what was the other one? The Holiday.
The Holiday and The Parent Trap.
Oh, he did do Parent Trap.
But she actually has written a lot more movies that are way better than any of those.
And the ones that she's directed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Her writing's better than her directing.
So the premise is, you kind of saw in the trailer, Robert De Niro is a widower. And he's bored with life. I mean,
and he's old.
He describes it pretty well, though, because I was like,
he does.
Man, and I started thinking about my own life. I'm like, man, I would get bored. And so,
yeah, you got to keep going.
So he basically sees this program to join a tech company. To basically, it's a senior citizen,
like a reach out program almost.
Yeah, kind of. I think there was it's like tax benefits or something.
Oh, I'm sure.
So he joins, and Hathaway wants nothing to do with him, and that's it. Here's the first thing I kind of had an issue with it when it first starts. It's awful.
Oh, it gets off rough.
It's bad.
It's like har. Robert De Niro's old. Let's beat the joke.
I'm old. Why does nobody wear suits? You know, what's a briefcase? Really? What's a briefcase?
Why does no one tuck in their shirts?
Yeah, exactly. And it's just this. And then he gets a massage from the in-house masseuse from Rene Russo, and he gets
spoiler alert
aroused. And so I'm like, oh man, I knew this was going to be bad.
Was coming.
And then all of a sudden, a plot happens, and characters get developed. And you're kind of like...
And you really start to care for these people.
And you're like, Robert De Niro's actually a really good guy. And his character's nice.
No one's schmarmy. It never gets overly schmaltzy.
No. And then I was like, I'm kind of enjoying myself
a little bit.
Yeah, it was weird. I laughed a few times. Now, I'll say this. Again, it's meant for your parents.
And it gets very slapsticky.
Oh, yeah. You know, there's even like a heist scene in this where they're basically ripping off
Ocean's 11.
Yeah, it's Ocean's 11. So there's that. And so... I was weirded out because I was so in a grumpy mood.
We did not want to see that movie.
Well, even 20 minutes in.
Yeah.
And I was like,
it is so, the first 30 minutes are
Awful. Awful. And it's too long, too.
Yeah, I mean, 2 hours? No.
Not for this kind of movie needs to be 90 minutes. And there's a lot of parts where I'm like, it shows her like walking to a building.
Nothing going.
Yeah, no, she's walking into a building and they stick on that shot for like at least 20 seconds. I'm like, that needs to be 2.
And then they cut back and he's standing there.
Yeah.
And then they cut back and then she's walking out.
So, but I did like the connection between Anne Hathaway and Robert De Niro.
They actually were really good together.
They were. And so, but
Very
the main
believable friendship.
The scenes I liked the most though were with the younger kids. You know, Adam Devine, if you know him from Modern Family, and Workaholics. Yeah. Oh yeah, Pitch Perfect too. Well, see, I never saw first Pitch Perfect, but same guy. So when he's with those kids, it's kind of fun, you know, and they get away from the, you know, just the simple gag. You know, they actually put some oomph into their dialogue.
Yeah, and they have real conversations. Especially towards the end.
Yeah, it's true.
We won't spoil why, but
and you know, I'm not going to spoil that either because there's actually a really big twist in this film. I was like, really? You're going that route? Okay.
And had a realistic resolution.
Yeah, you know, it's not. I can't even talk about it because it's just.
It never gets overwrought. Like I said, it never gets schmaltzy.
No, there's that. I will say this. I mean, like we are in this theater filled with blue hairs. I mean, this is what it's meant for. And while they were laughing. Probably 80% of the time. I think we were probably about 50, 55, 60, close. Somewhere around there. But like there was a lot of times where like they were laughing. I was like, oh man, just get me out of here. So it's one of those things. I love a good surprise. That's I mean, we were dreading it. We absolutely dreading it. No. And you know, but we came out with something.
Very happy.
I wouldn't say very happy, pleasantly surprised.
Maybe because of the setup.
Well, because I did
setup and our attitude just.
Yeah, and the commercials are awful.
Oh yeah, the commercials and trailers are so bad.
So I'm at about like a 2-star. 2-star rating. I
can see how you would be.
I walked out surprised. I mean, I was expecting 0.
Oh yeah, and the way it started, that's exactly where it was headed. Yeah. But I have to say, I can't help it. I'm gonna go with 3.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I really enjoyed myself. Anne Hathaway knocks it out a few times.
That's the 85-year-old inside you.
I know. I'm an old soul at times. Sometimes it speaks to me.
All right. So that's going to do it for this episode of Big Movie Mouth Off. Go check out Everest. Go check out The Intern if you feel so necessary to do so.
You won't hate yourself for watching it.
You'll have a good time. So that'll do it. Be sure to check us out next week. We'll be reviewing more movies for you, and we'll see you next time.